Hello and welcome to another episode here on the Minecraft Let's Play. We are inside a rather cramped space today. I have located, or rather relocated, all of the things that I have been out doing in the end, and reason for that being is because I needed a lot of nice footage from this place once it was done. So I had everything tidied away and put inside of the pyramid here because that's a temporary storage area for now. But we are of course going to continue this journey where we left off last time, and I've been busy in between videos now. I put in every color. You have just watched 4 colors that we had on each side. I think maybe something else, but in the intro now you saw me building all the others. So the sort of main hub is finished, you can say. There are some small things that need to be tweaked and so forth. For example, once I reached the end of the line, which was I did the purple blues, and this section I did last, and it turned out much greater than the other first parts. For example, like for example here I have a pathway that's completely straight up with this pathway, and if you remember correctly, I had pathways that did not line up very well. I think I can, you can see here. This one, even though it's sort of looks like it's maybe a bit aligned, if you look at the middle block, which is I think, it must be this one. It doesn't connect with the middle block in this pathway. So it looks a little bit wonky if you look closer, but I didn't want to try and finish that or try and correct that when I was building, because I thought it was impossible, but then I noticed that it was not, so that's why it looks much better by some of these pathways that are on this side, because they were the last ones. You learn as you build what the best types of ways is to do, so different techniques for different roads until you find one that works okay. The only exception of this wonky things is of course this one and magenta or brown one. I don't remember now which one of the straight ones is the not so straight. That's the only exception I can't talk today to this sort of symmetrical build, and it's a very nice that way. Even though you maybe watched the thumbnail of the last video, it looks very nice, I think, with all these patterns and everything. So I'm really proud of this thing going to work. But it's not finished, and that's why we are here today as well, because I need to start building something for this place inside of here. And I thought of making pathways and sort of making a piston door, moving the staircase out of the way, but I'm pants at making piston doors. It's not the strong suit, and I find it that it's going to be very close quarters to this area here. And if I want to kill the wither in future episodes, I just realized we need to lower the volume a little bit so you can hear me. So if I want to kill the wither here, we need to make it a rather blast proof protected area. We can't use two items or blocks that are in close proximity to here, so I think we rather have this space, and then I'm going to make it underground instead. So we're going to have pathways that goes pretty much parallel with these pathways, going into this space here in some way, making it, and then once we reach the outer edge of the circle here, I'm going to have the pathways go under here, go out here, and then sort of emerge from down there via a staircase or something like that at least. So that's the plan for today's project, which is going to be a rather big building project. I think the pathways is going to be very easy, so maybe we can also put in the design for this place here, so it looks a little bit better rather than this wonky looking pyramid from the inside. So first and foremost, we're going to pick out the pickaxe and start digging tunnels under this pathway. Now we are back inside the pyramid, as you can see. I've finished all of the tunnels. Those are just below here, but it's going to take some time for me to pick up at the design for the tunnels because those are not finished yet. So instead I decided to go inside of the pyramid and build out the design for this place, because here I have a design that are finished. And I have realized, as usual, that I have forgotten one thing. So we are going to go out and we are going to start off by actually taking this out. And then I need to put away the stuff that I had picked up. As you can see, we are going to use a red theme inside of the pyramid, red and black mostly, instead of the purple, which I have gone for on the outside here, and also I think what's going to go inside the tunnels later on. Reason for that, of course, is that I found out that the red blocks are plenty enough to make different stuff out of. So yeah, I'm after my dye box. There we have it. I probably should have changed this up a little bit beforehand, but I need to first and foremost, yeah, you can't shift click stuff into the inventory, so this is going to take some time. So that's done. Like I said, I should have done that beforehand, but yeah, I'm going to start off with using shulker boxes inside of this part here, and those are going into the floor. So I'm just going to put these out in a square shape here, and we can actually do this so it goes a little bit faster. And one of the things that I need, one of the reasons rather that I use shulker boxes as well, is that they are going to be the sort of going down mechanism for this place, so I can go inside the pyramid from the tunnels down below, but also go outside from them. So I use that, so I don't have to, like I do now, break blocks to make this possible. And I think I'm going to have to need to make more shulker boxes in this color, but we'll see how far these reach before actually trying out how many we need. No use in coloring shulker boxes that are not going to be used. And we were 3 short, so can we go up? Yes, there. Then go here, we take out 3, and then 3 dice as well, and back to here. There. The starting foundations are of course done, and the The one thing I found really irritating with the design I have made here is that we have this platform that we need to have there because of course to kill the wither we need to have that air gap there, and I can't move this, and that's a little bit sad because it's not centered on the middle block. So that's one thing that's a little bit annoying, but like I said in previous episodes, and while we have building this circle, nothing in this build is pretty is as symmetrical as I want it to be. So just to suck it up and try and move around it and build around those things. So yeah, we can move that out. I'm going to build over it at least. So we're starting off with black concrete, and black concrete is going to go into the floor, and that's of course why we have used the black shulker boxes, because those works best with covering up everything. And it's just a thing of putting everything in and going around here, filling in the gaps. Not all the gaps though, because some of them are going to be glazed terracotta blocks instead. So we're going to use those to go around everything here. And I tried out to make a design which worked with the patterns in the terracotta, but that didn't work out. So instead I went for making everything sort of going into some shapes, and then it just crashes around. I think it works with some. This don't work at all to just spam terracotta blocks in a pattern, but or not pattern, but it's going to work at least. Then on the outer edge here we're going to have yeah, what are they called? Crimson stem is, of course, and it's just there to make a little bit of things happening. They are of course a little bit alive with the lightning that goes into these veins, and also to break off all the other stuff that's inside of here, to make a little bit of different textures inside of the build. There, and then we have the last side there. Good. Now we can put in the obsidian, and this is going to be a sort of accent that's going to go here, and of course on each side as well. So we have it going 3 parts, and yeah, I think we're going to leave the bedrock exposed over there, so we don't put anything here, I don't think. There, that's done, and now we're going to use the red nether brick stairs, and those are going to go in the corners here. So good, we have put in our red nether brick stairs, and then I'm going to be needing to put in I have to just measure out. Yes, this is where we need to put these blocks, and this is only to be here to actually make it able to go through the blocks here, or the shulker boxes. That's the trick that we're going to use inside of this. And it's just a little bit of lights that's needed, and those lights are going to be hung from the ceiling here, going in each of these directions, so it pops a little bit more color-wise. And yeah, I think we have finished everything. Yes, we have. It's a little bit destroyed by having this Outlook here, but I need it because I have still the floor here, so we can't get through everything. But yeah, this looks okay, I think. There we have the sort of placement here, so we can look and see that it looks pretty good with what we can work on. I would very well would have wanted to cover up the bedrock a little bit, but that's not possible. And I just realized I forgot something. We need to take away the lanterns, and we need to put in some slabs, so we cover up the bedrock a little bit, not all of it, but a little bit. It seems like I forget a little some things today. There, and there. Now we have almost finished, because the lantern should go inside of here, of course. And it's a little bit excessive with 2 lanterns so close together, but yeah, it's going to work okay. So there we have it, the finished product of this part of the build. Of course, I'm going to need to go up here and change up the last part, because I can't put in the stair here for the red part on the inside. Now then, back to putting in all of this back. We're going to need to take some stairs with us, and then we're going to take these blocks. Yes, we're going to take this, and we're going to take that, and we're also going to take this with us, so I don't have to go back and forth. So now I have already carved out what's going to be needing for the lower part here, and I'm also going to take down 2 holes. One of them is going to, of course, be the down part where I fall through the shulker box, and one I'm going to build a walkway up to, so I can just go through the shulker box from the underside here. That's going to be shown once I've built everything down here. And we have that, we need one more thing. We're going to need the floor for the design as well, and where did I put that box? There. We're going to use some concrete powder for this part of the build, and it's going to be purple, of course, because I think the purple design is going to go good. I have a sort of idea of how to build it, but I have not yet tried it out. I just know that I want to use these materials to work with, and something like this. So I'm going to start working on this, and we'll see each other after that is done. Okay, so you are probably wondering why I'm still inside of the pyramid, but it has a very good explanation. I want to show you how I managed to go up and down inside of this. The design for the lower part, the corridors and the middle ground under this pyramid is finished, so it's just a small show and tell from my side to you, so you can watch. And we are using a very nice mechanic for Minecraft, which is when we have a block here, that's why these blocks are here, over our head. So if I stand here, we have a block on top of our head. I need to stand pretty good on the spot, and then open a shulker box. What happens if I demonstrate on a regular shulker box here? Yeah, it's not very good. I think I can do it like maybe in F5 mode here. So if I, yeah, a little bit I can at least. You see that I go up and down while standing on the shulker box. And of course, while doing this with having a block on top, that makes us that we are heads in the block and feet 1/2 block up from the shulker box that's as open. If And only if you have an empty space under the shulker box, I'm going to fall through. So I put in a hidden doorway, you can say, inside of here. So if I stand and wait just a little bit, not open and close fast, I fall down. And when I fall down, we come to this middle end, lower floor of the end hub, where I've put in all the different corridors and so forth. To get up again, because we fall down here, I need to go up, and the only thing that I found out that I could work with the design and not using redstone and redstone pistons, which just took a lot of space that I didn't have, I decided to make a very simple ladder, and then just having a pickaxe, picking up the shulker box, and then putting the shulker box back on that ladder. So I always have a block that I can place the shulker box on, so it faces upwards, so it looks the same as everything else inside of here, so it's hidden underneath. So if we go back once again, yeah, you have to stand a little bit on the right edge of the block. That's of course with having this ladder design. That's why I've also put in these pillar designs in the middle of the pathway here. And instead of having those opened, I think that it looks a little bit more like doorways or something. And I also put in the pillars because I found it to look very nice as a foundation to hold up this area, and also to put in a little bit more of alienness, because that's what I think I've gone for with the design here. What also has been done is of course obsidian floor with some crying obsidian to connect the purples, and then some accent color with having the end blocks here, and also having end brick slabs in the roof here. And the reason, of course, to have slabbed the corridors and also the roof is so that these blocks that was 3 tall to begin with are just 2.5 blocks tall, so I don't have a lot of endermen in here. And that also is a reason, because I fear that they are going to pick up the purple concrete powder here. I think that's a block that they can pick up, so I wanted to prevent that, and that's and also have a pretty enderman free zone inside of the end. So here we have everything. They are of course the same in each direction, and we can take one path here and go outwards, and I've just put in so we have staircases going up here. I think I have to change up the design around the entrances here a little bit, because this looks a little bit wrong, so to speak. It looks very just put in the building and not working with the design. So I think I'm going to do something around here, maybe putting in just the same purple blocks all around the wall here, so it looks a little bit better. But that's going to be it for this episode, and I'm going to turn over to you guys, and I'm going to look very far up so I can actually take this pumpkin off, so I can speak to you without laughing at myself. I hope that you have enjoyed this episode, and consider subscribing to the channel so you don't miss future projects. Consider also leaving a like and a comment and tell me all about it. Goodbye.